Hey everyone, I'm Isaac and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2025. I don't watch anime. At least, I don't watch a whole lot of anime. I'll watch the odd Studio Ghibli film here and there, but for actual straightforward anime series, I've never found the time or interest to sit down and watch through them. And when it came to the subject of this review, I wasn't sure if I'd watch it for a couple of reasons, including me starting college and my desire to limit my spending until I start my new job. But with the glowing praise I saw it getting from critics and my mutuals, it became another Noja 2 sort of situation where I knew I'd have to check it out at some point with how big it was, even if I didn't expect to at first. So this brings us to Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I hadn't seen the anime beforehand, but on top of watching a recap of the series, I also saw the previous movie, Mugen Train, which due to the pandemic was the highest grossing film of 2020, and it surpassed Sausage Party as the highest grossing R-rated animated film. And I can see why it did so well, because it was really good. The action was impeccably choreographed and perfectly paced, the characters all had plenty of moments to shine, and there was a solid emotional core to the whole thing. As for Infinity Castle, it was already breaking several records at the box office in addition to the overwhelmingly positive reception, so I decided to go out and watch it just to see what the hype was all about. And I'm really glad I was able to because man is it good. It's set after the 4th season's Hashira training arc where Tanjiro Kamado and the rest of the Demon Slayer Corps find themselves in an epic battle at the titular Infinity Castle. But in between all the demon fighting, we learn more about these characters' histories and what led them down the path they're on. It's hard for me to get into it without major spoilers, but it's a consistently engaging and thrilling story even if I really started to feel the 2.5-hour runtime towards the end. It also sometimes struggles to balance all the different stories going on even if they're all really solid. Other than those minor issues, there's plenty of unexpected twists and turns to the whole thing, especially when it comes to the development of characters like Tanjiro, Giyu, and the villain Akaza, who works extremely well as a threat while also being tragic and sympathetic. But obviously, Infinity Castle's best attributes are the animation and action scenes, because this movie went all out with them and delivered some of the best action I've seen this year. It's grand in size and scope as the characters have to traverse this seemingly never-ending labyrinth while fighting off some of the most powerful demons they've encountered, and the movie is fully aware of that and fires on all cylinders. The fight choreography is top-notch with all the different abilities we see the characters use, and it's noticeably more intense and urgent than what we've seen before. Not to mention, the animation and musical score are also spectacular and make the action feel all the more exciting. I also want to highlight how I saw the English dub of this movie, and the voice acting was really good. They even got Channing Tatum of all people in the cast, so that was pretty cool, but yeah, the actors all did a great job. Again, it's hard for me to talk about this movie without going into spoiler territory, but I will say that even as someone who's not super familiar with this franchise, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle was a great experience. It's worth checking out for the action alone, but for longtime fans of this series, this is undoubtedly a must-watch. And since this is the first part of a big 3-part conclusion, I can't wait to see where things go from here. But for now, Infinity Castle is getting a 9 out of 10. Next time, I'll either be talking about A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey or Him, depending on which review I finish first. I'm mainly trying to focus on college at the moment, plus I start my new job next week, but I'll still be able to get new videos out in the meantime. So if you're excited to see what I've got in store, then be sure to subscribe to the Isaac Carthy channel, and I'll see you all later.